Welcome all. Now I am going to discuss about how to construct ER diagram for the particular application. Before going to the construction, we want to know about what is ER diagram. Entity relationship diagram or entity relationship model. So this is most widely used model in the database design because it is giving an overall logical structure of the database about the particular enterprises or domain. ER model is a very useful in mapping the meaning and interaction of real-world enterprises to conception schema. So whenever we are just making a ER diagram, we have to know about the three important concepts, that is nothing but entity set, relationship set, attributes. What is entity? If any application, if we are just taking, we are going to maintain the database for that. Who are all the major role in that application? Or which one is contributing the most important part? So those things we have to identify. So that is called as an entity set. For example, if we are taking the university management system, so first we want to identify who are all involved in this. So obviously students, faculties, department, COE office, administration office. So like that we can extend our entity so based on our application. So then we have to identify the attributes of that particular entity. What is attribute? What are all the things, the details we are expecting from the entity? What are all the things it's going to be involved under the application? For example, the university database management, we list out the entities of faculty, student, department, etc. etc. Now we can take the student entity. From the student, we are expecting to collect these are the details. The first, the student registration number and name and their basic details of the mobile number, mail ID, and if we are collecting the academic details in the sense, then marks, CGPA, etc. etc. So these are the things is called as the attributes. Then relationship set. What is relationship set? How the two entities are going to be related. For example, the student and department, two different entities. The student studying under the department. So here the studying is a relationship. And department and faculty. The faculty works for the department. So works for here is a relationship set. So like that. So first we want to identify these things. So then only we can go for the construction of ER model. Now I'm going to take the scenario for a customer going to buy a mobile, so through online or offline, whatever it is. So now we need to identify the entities. So whenever we are going to make a diagram for the ER, so first we have to concentrate the basic 4 steps. 1. Determining the entities for our ER diagram and adding the attributes for the each and every entity. Then identifying the relationship between the entities. Then finally we have to add the cardinality to the every relationship in your ER diagram. Cardinality in the sense, so you know very well how the relationship between the entities, whether it is one-to-one relation, one-to-many or many-to-one or many-to-many. For example, the student and faculty if you are taking, One-to-one relationship if we are giving in the sense only one student and one faculty. One faculty has to be a mentor of the particular student. So likewise for the one-to-many, many-to-many and many-to-one. Like that we have to give it. So these are the 4 steps for the construction of your ER diagram. Now first step, for this our scenario, we need to identify the entities. Now we can think about it. The customer buying a mobile, in the sense what are all the things will be a major role. So what is in our system or what is need for our architecture? Always the entities are represented by a rectangular shape. So now our scenario, we are considering the 4 entities: customer, bill, login and mobile network. So that is represented in a rectangular box. The next step, we need to add the attributes for the each entity. So attributes, you need to describe the based in a round oval shape, and it has to be labeled and it should be connected with our relevant entity. So for our example, customer, if you are taking, nearly the 5 attributes I consider: customer name, ID, phone number, city and amount paid, etc. Then for the billing ID, balance, that is the amount, and then customer ID because we need to relate it with the bill. Then mobile network, similarly the plan name, price and then plan ID. And for the login, obviously the username and then password. Like that we need to decide our attributes. Then next step, we have to identify the relationship between the entities. Relationship identification. So simply we can say what does the or otherwise do with that. How each entity trying to connect it with the another one. For example, the customer is purchasing the mobile and self-service is maintaining the phone, and self-service creating a bill and customer pays the bill. Here purchase, maintains, creates, pays. So these are the things is called as a relationship. So now we can see with our example. So the diamond shape is always used for the mentioning the relationship. Then next step, we have to give the cardinality to every relationship in our ER diagram. The relationship, how we are mentioning the cardinality in the sense, I am giving a simple example. The university example we can take it. Student and faculty are entities and the relationship set is a counselor or mentor. If I am just saying the one-to-one, one faculty with the one student mentor. Only one student, the faculty may be a mentor. One to many, if I am mentioning, one faculty may be a mentor for the many students, more than one student. Then many to one, many faculty may be a mentor for the particular student. And many to many, many students may have many faculties as a mentor. So this is the relationship set, how we are mentioning the cardinality. So for the diagrammatical representation, so one-to-one relationship is going to be mentioned by the directed line with the arrowhead. Many it want to mention in the sense, so undirected line we need to use it for that. So now we can see with our example, a customer may purchase a many product or many mobile. So it is a many to many. But customer may pay a bill, a single bill. And obviously, the mobile network is going to be maintain the login as a single. But the mobile network may create the n number of bills, many bills. So now we can see how the cardinality diagrammatic representation. So the one-to-one, we are just mentioning with the arrowhead, and many it's related with the underheaded line. Likewise, we have to create a ER model for the any application. So whenever we are just creating the ER model, so we have to keep in our mind with the 4 points. First, identify the entities, then adding the attributes, identifying the relationship set, then adding the cardinalities. Thank you.